What is the point in becoming rich if you do not have time for yourself? We must understand richness or wealth is not same as freedom. People talk about financial freedom at various levels, like level 1, level 2, level 3, but they don't talk a deeper level like Bhagavad Gita. Now, talking about financial freedom, most people, the definition is you must have enough wealth which will generate some passive income, and that passive income is enough for your daily or weekly or monthly expenses. That is financial freedom. It means if you don't go to work for a month or a year or rest of your life, you still have enough money which is generating money, and you can be financially free, they talk about. Now, there are different stages. Like we were all taught in school, when we went to college, we were taught about money and wealth in certain way around the world, across the globe. Whether somebody studied in USA or Europe or Japan or India, Australia, it doesn't matter. Our generation, like when we went, those born in 50s, 60s, 70s, they were all taught only one thing: study well, go to school, go to college, find a job, earn money, then slowly grow in your career, and then earn more money, save regularly, save more and more, and then you have enough money that you can retire financially, and you become financially free in your retirement. This is what we were taught, and we followed also. All of us, or most of us, we followed. But today, the whole world, especially the newer generation, those who are born in, say, late 90s and 2000s, they are thinking differently. They are looking for a different meaning. They are looking more, earning more time to themselves than earning money. There is a big shift across the globe. If you see any articles, any movies that they are making, any websites they're creating, any YouTube lectures they're talking, any TED Talks, anywhere you look at it, like, there is a minimalist movement. They're talking, minimize your needs. And, that is the way you earn some time for yourself. So they ask this question: what is the point of earning so much money, so much wealth, when you don't even have time for yourself? In our Bhagavad Gita for Life Hub, we have like silver, gold, and diamond membership. Students come and join from different parts of the world. There we are teaching them these financial aspects also, that how they should, but there we are giving them a life's dashboard, real meaning to the life. First, you must understand what is your life's vehicle, and this life's vehicle is traveling on two tracks like a train, and we have a material track and we have a spiritual track, and you should be more balanced. Above these two tracks is your mind, above this mind is the intelligence. So all these things we talk, and how to become more steady internally without being disturbed. But when you understand these aspects a little bit more, then today's shift across the globe was spoken even 5,000 years ago. The problem is not money. The important thing is, like, you ask any financial advisor in India or overseas, across anywhere, the financial advisor divides the life, or working time. I mean, when you're still earning money, different phases, like first 10 years, 20 years, then next 10 years, then next 10 years, that how you grow in your career. And when you grow in your career, your income grows. Then he will teach you. We have been all taught like this, that as your income grows, inflation also grows. As inflation grows, your expenses grow, and you thought you will save money, but you will not be able to save money. So therefore, the goal is get a promotion and earn a little bit more money, and this will go on and go on. So that financial freedom that people are looking for becomes a moving target. It keeps on moving, and then they retire also. Then they don't have enough money. Even after retirement, they keep working. People who are 70, 80, not because they want to keep themselves engaged. Some people are, they want to keep themselves engaged meaningfully even after retirement. But most of the people, 8 or 9 out of 10 people, they don't have money. They're still working to make a living. So this is the problem. So talking about this financial freedom, Bhagavad Gita goes a deeper level. These financial advisors, they talk about, 1, 2, 3 levels or something like that. So level 1, you earn, you consume. Wealth is for consumption. Earn money, spend money. Finished, level 1. But later you realize, how in future I will have this job only for next 3 decades or 4 decades maximum. I start working at 20, 60, I retire. So this money is not enough. So I have to save for the future. So then the thing is, they teach you that you earn money, you save, and then you consume. So that saving will compound, and there is this concept called as fire concept. Financially independent and retire early. They teach you this. That means how we should become financially independent. So we retire by 30 years. And some people, they even tell with a lot of pride that I am financially free by age 30, or financially free by age 40, financially free by age 50. So the stage is earn, spend. Earn money for consumption, finished. But earn, save, and spend. And then that saving will grow. And then later a day will come that even if you are not going to work, you are not actively employed, and you don't have a business earning income, you will have some passive income. That means you have put it into fixed deposits, you have some stocks and shares, and some rental incomes. All these are passive. Without you going to work, your money makes money, and then you become financially free. But the problem with that is, even though you're getting money, you feel somewhat empty. You don't feel satisfied. Although you ran towards that for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. But after that, then what? You're financially free, then what? You still feel very empty. Or as you're going, the understanding was, I get a good job. Hey, he got only 20 lakhs package, I got 2 crores package. So I'm more successful. But that is only momentary, fleeting. The moment you hit that package, within 1-2 months, you feel again empty. That is not enough. Because all the financial advisors, they teach you the same thing, that once you earn 20,000, you spend all 20,000. Okay, you take another person who is earning 40,000, he spends all 40,000. Another person earning 1 lakh rupees, he spends everything. Another person earning 2 lakhs, he spends everything. 20 lakhs, he spends everything. That means his lifestyle also is increasing, inflation is increasing, things are becoming costlier, and you change, and then you feel very happy and proud. Oh, my life dream was to get into good college, to get good grades, to get a good job, and then get good money, and then spend money, and I can spend without thinking, looking at the menu, how much is the price, I don't have to look into all that, I can spend. But the problem, you ask any of these people, after they hit that target, like they wanted to buy a car, they bought a car worth 10 lakh rupees. After driving 1-2 months, they see another person going on the street with a 20 lakhs car. Oh, the wife will tell husband, hey, look, they're driving 20 lakhs car, we must also go for that. Yeah, we just bought 2 months ago, no, we made a mistake. Hey, we are in a 3 BHK. What is 3 BHK? We must go for 4 BHK. 4 BHK, you upgrade, then you feel I must go into a condominium or a gated community. This is not nice. This no amenities, no facilities. So each time what is happening is they're not becoming content. As they grow in income, in position, in so-called success, they feel more and more empty. They still feel not satisfied. They look for somebody else. I must buy that, Mercedes. Then after Mercedes, Rolls Royce. Then the list goes on. Hey, where do you go for a holiday? I went to a nearby place, 1 hour drive. No. You must go very far. It is the same sky, same ground, same weather, little bit changes. But they think, something very far, if you go, you can put on your social media, Facebook, and share, hey, I went to Kashmir. Hey, I went to Europe. I went to, Brazil, Mexico. All these things they will put up. So, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna teaches something different. He tells a person who follows Bhagavad Gita, he gives a beautiful analogy of this ocean, Samudra. Apuryamanam achalam pratishtham. So he says, we should be just like the ocean. Ocean, what happens is it's vast. There's so much water, so much wealth of water it has. But it's usually steady, except some sporadic, tsunami here, tsunami there, a volcano here, something like that. Overall, throughout the globe, if you see, it's a beautiful analogy. So many rivers are flowing into the ocean. But ocean is always steady. It is steady in the sense that no amount of water is flowing into it. It doesn't overflow. Like we get more wealth, we become more proud. Or it feels, not sufficient. I must get more and more water. No. It's always steady. And summer, all the water is going off from the ocean. Ocean is not going to get dried up. It has enough water body that it will not get dried up. Or if so much water is flowing in rainy season through the rivers, so much water is coming, it doesn't feel like, overflowing or something like that. It's always steady. So I'll read this shloka to understand that wealth is not the issue here. I repeat, your money or wealth, your assets, all this not is the matter. What is happening is we are getting disturbed by unlimited desires. Kama in Sanskrit is, in English, desire. We are getting more and more viral. It goes viral. The desires are non-stop coming, unlimited coming, and we don't know how to handle those desires. So from this shloka, what we understand is your freedom, or specifically even financial freedom, does not start in your bank account that you're saving. This much money came, I save. It is not starting there. It is something more deeper, more internal. What is that more deeper and internal? Our desire. At the desire level, we had to become free. So it is not external. The controls are not external. The controls, again and again, we come back in Bhagavad Gita, it is internal. The desires should not overflow. Like the ocean, in spite of so many desires coming, we should control our desires, or we should redirect our desires. I'll come to that. There are another couple of shlokas that we can study from Bhagavad Gita. But this is a beautiful shloka in chapter 2. Chapter 2, text 70. Apuryamanam achala pratishtham samudram apaha pravishanti yadvat tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve tashantimapnoti nakamakami. A person who is not disturbed by the incessant flow of desires that enter like rivers into the ocean, which is ever being filled but is always still. We should be always like still, like ocean, can alone achieve peace, and not the man who strives to satisfy such desires. Because the more you try hard to satisfy your desires, the more less and less you become peaceful. The more disturbed you become, less and less peaceful, and you are not steady, you lose stability. How beautiful it is. So, where is the financial freedom? Financial freedom is not external in the bank account, it is internal in your desires itself. Therefore, let us take like two persons. One person is like earning money, spending money, stage one. We take to the next level. Earning money, saving money, and then spends, and that saving compounds, and he becomes financially free. Then what? So Krishna explains. It is not that the stage two is a target for a person in stage one. Whether you have money, you don't have money, that is not the problem. For your freedom, there is a deeper stage which is called as Bhagavad Gita consciousness or Krishna consciousness, where the devotee thinks, even when he is stage one or even before that, he is still a student, he is studying well, later to get good grades, and later again to get into good college, reputed college, again study well, again from that point, even before, much before, from childhood, as he grows up in Krishna consciousness, the kind of parents, the kind of teachers, the whole system like Krishna created is not going after desires. So when he becomes Krishna conscious, he will observe his desires. So the money comes, he doesn't unnecessarily spend just to satisfy desires. Because once you satisfy a particular, I gave you already example of a car, you want another car. And you buy that car, you want another car. So where is the thing? It is not the wealth, it is in your desires. So you should, so many desires will be coming. Krishna gives this analogy of staying like a ocean, very steady. And not only that, he also tells something much more profound, more important. I'll just tell you what is that. Trying to understand, right? Uh, that to find a balance. I think we have one more video on our YouTube channel. Like, what is your tripod or something, a title, something like that. It is like chapter 6, text verse 17, where we explain. You can go and check the content of our YouTube videos. In that, you will find this. What is your tripod? There we explain this particular shloka 6.17. Yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu yukta swapnava bodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. That means you should be balanced while you are a student, as you are trying to get into good colleges, trying to get good grades, trying to get a good job, trying to get good money. From that stage itself, you should have this steadiness like a tripod. Ahara. See, all work and no play makes John a dull boy or unhappy boy. There is a kahavat or saying in English. So here, Krishna is also telling Yukta ahara, Yukta vihara, Yukta ahara viharasya, Yukta cheshtasya karmasu, Yukta swapnava bodhasya. We call it as detox. You must have good sleep so that you will detox, remove all. Very important. And this will mitigate all your sadness, dukkha, unhappiness. Everything will go far away. So if you take an example of two people, one is earning a very high, big package, but another one is having a little bit, maybe half his salary. He is earning, say, 40 lakhs per year, and this person is earning 20 lakhs per year, half of it. For him, it is sufficient. Between the two, the person who is earning 40 lakhs a year is having a burnout, is always in anxiety, stress, burnout, comparing with others unnecessarily. And every desire he wants to, whatever desire comes in the mind, he wants to satisfy that desire. He runs behind that. I want that, I want that, I want that. But other person is more Krishna conscious, like The example Krishna gave, the ocean, apuryamanam achala pratishtam. So he will be staying more steady within this 20 lakhs. He will manage his life nicely with this balance. Yuktahara viharasya, yukta chestasya karmasu, yukta swapnava bodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. Is more balanced. And we talk about, our dashboard of life's vehicle. He's balanced in all areas. He has time for his family and relationships and friendships. He has time for relaxation, and he has time for his learning. He's upgrading in his understanding. He has time for going for a Bhagavad Gita class, understand the scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam. So more fulfilling, more satisfied life he is looking for, and he is more balanced. So this person has time. That person, you ask him, he has no time because he's running behind 40 lakhs I am getting now. Tomorrow I must make it 60 lakhs or 1 crore a year. But the other person, if it comes, okay. Please understand, Bhagavad Gita doesn't call money as evil or money as useless. Bhagavad Gita is just telling, the money should not own you, or you should not be controlled by the money, that you lose all your relationships, you lose your rest, you don't have time for relaxing, also for a proper sleep, also proper food, also you are just running around here and there. So money has a part in our life. It is important. If you have the capability, you can earn 40 lakhs or 4 crores or 400 crores or 4000 crores, doesn't matter. But are you having this balance? Yukta ahara. Some people don't have time for food also. They eat 2 bread slices and whole day working. And I'm going in Mercedes. And they don't have a proper fitness. They're not having proper health. They don't have mental health. In our life's dashboard, we are showing all the 6 areas of life. Mental health and personal development area. We are going to have so many videos in that section of our YouTube channel. It is going to be like a library. And then physical health, like yuktahara viharasya yukta chestasya karmasu. This shloka will explain, and we put some understanding, and that will be there in your physical health. Now, you don't have time for physical health. You don't have time for your mental health. You don't know what is mind, what is intelligence. Nothing, but you are earning a lot of money. So that is not meaningful. And then we talk about relationships, friendships, family. Then we talk about, like today, we are talking about financial freedom, wealth, and wealth creation, financial freedom. Then we talk about your career growth, work, how you must work. Work, we don't call it as work is worship. We say when you work and you connect the fruits of that work to serve Krishna, then work is purified, and that kind of work you must do with that kind of a consciousness. Krishna never tells stay lazy, don't be responsible. No, we don't even see our life's dashboard. We are running all over, and then we lose peace, we lose happiness. And then we talk about leadership. Yad yad acharati sreshtas tat tat evetaro janaha. We want people following our channel to be leaders in your own respective areas. You may be just a mother, homemaker. You have to be a leader at home for your children. You have to be shrestha, yad yad acharati sreshtas, because whatever you do, your followers, like your children, will follow you. They will see your example. So we're talking about, charity and giving back to the society, all that Krishna is teaching. So to come to that level, like, after yuktahara viharasya, yukta chestasya karma. So Krishna gives one more beautiful shloka for your financial freedom. If you see historically, if you read all the Vedic Puranas, like Bhagavata Purana, or Ramayana, Mahabharata, Itihasas, there are so many examples. Financial freedom is not because of how much bank balance you have. The financial freedom we talk about is even a poor man can be financially free. Then this is revolutionary. I mean, when we tell like this, Krishna is talking in these terms. How can a poor man will be financially free? Yes. Hundreds of stories in Bhagavata Purana where we see very rich people like Arjuna or Yudhishthira Maharaj. They are emperors for the whole planet. And before Yudhishthira became king, Duryodhana was also king. He was the emperor for the whole planet Earth. But the difference is both are rich, but one is like an ocean. Yudhishthira Maharaj is like an ocean. He is getting a lot of desires, but he is not driven by those desires. He is driven by something higher. What is that higher thing? Bhoktaram yagnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhrutam sarvabhutanam gnatva mam shantim richati. Krishna says, I am the bhokta. I am the enjoyer of all the yagna and tapasya, your work, whatever you're doing, all the fruits, everything, they have to be offered to me. And not only that, I am Maheshwara of all the lokas. And I am also your well-wisher. This you must have firm faith. Krishna is my well-wisher. So whether you are like emperor like Yudhishthira Maharaj, or you are a poor Brahmana like Sudama, you are free. You are free in every way. Once you understand this, Sudama Brahmana understands this, that Krishna is my well-wisher. He did not ask anything. He was so poor. His wife was looking from our perspective, like, no, your friend is so rich. Go and get some thing for us. We are hungry. Children are hungry. At least for children's sake. But Sudama was, he understood this. Sarvaloka Maharsha, he is my Suhrut. Not only my Suhrut, just because he sat next to me in the classroom in school. He is Suhrut for all the living entities. The birds, beasts, the fishes, the trees, the snakes, everything. He is the Suhrut of all the living entities. So he will take care of me. And Krishna took care of him. He gave him so much wealth. By the time he reached home, like his wife welcomed him with, all silk and jewelry and all this. So much story is there. There are so many stories like this. So it is not that because Yudhishthira Maharaj was very rich, he has so much wealth. No, Yudhishthira Maharaj also, like Sudama, so much wealth is there. But he never thought this wealth belongs to me. Sudama, when he went home, earlier he was poor, now suddenly, instantaneously became rich overnight. He did not feel, this is mine, this belongs to me. He says, ultimately, everything, all this wealth, assets, riches, family members, everything belongs to Krishna. When you get this understanding, then you become free. Just having money is not freedom. Having this Bhagavad Gita understanding and realization through the gurus, sadhus, shastras, and through personal examples of great personalities, then we become free. Otherwise, just having a big bank balance, you don't become free. You become more and more controlled by the money. You don't control the money controls you. Once you understand, I am not the proprietor. Krishna is the proprietor. I am just an officer or a manager of his karkhana or factory. I am just a caretaker of his wealth. I don't own this wealth. Everything belongs to Krishna. I use this wealth in Krishna's service. I use it for specific purposes, good purposes. I will not use it unnecessarily. So Yudhishthira Maharaj, so rich, is not like, so arrogant and proud, like because of wealth, Duryodhana lost. He became so proud and arrogant. But Yudhishthira Maharaj was not that. He understood Bhagavad Gita. He understood this shloka. Bhoktaram yagnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhradam sarvabhutanam gnatva mam shantim richati. That's why Krishna tells, you can be free without any money also. You can be financially free. Where is the control point? It is in your desires. Unnecessary, useless desires, which are not connected to Krishna in any way, is all waste. So he says, Yat karosi, yadasnasi, yad juhosi, dadasi yat. Yat tapasyasi kaunteya kurushva madarpanam. He tells this. He says, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, whatever you manage, whatever you give away, everything you do it as an offering to me. This is very important to understand for your financial freedom. Today, the whole world, there is a change or a shift. Like when I went to college, how I was taught, today, there are a lot of people realizing it is a shift naturally by realization, by looking around. Some people, some populations at least, they might have not read Bhagavad Gita, but they're thinking, a thought process. But again, the problem there is, it's not like you become a pauper deliberately and go and live in a minimalistic way of life. I will walk without footwear. I will not. I will make. I maybe occupy a cave in some mountain. That is good. So they are going into extremes because of their own personal realization that when they see, they work and work and work. I have classmates like who went up to director level, USA, big software companies, and then they come back and become a farmer. Nothing wrong with becoming a farmer. Nothing wrong you become a vice president or president in a big corporate company. Krishna is not against both. He is talking about chaturvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagashaha. We need that both. We need the karkhana industry also. We need the farm also. And we have different people in different places. Both are required. And it is, this world is designed like that. You need police also. We need army also. So chaturvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagashaha. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, all these people are required. And the important point to understand is, you go and lead a minimalistic life or you go and lead a rich life. If you don't have Bhagavad Gita with you, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge with you, and this Bhagavan Sri Krishna with you, both are not going to give you ultimately any meaning in life, any purpose in life. Because you will be still lost, you'll be still feeling empty. You still feel I'm missing something. You're still not satisfied. They're trying, I leave this job and join. Of course, I'm not telling don't change jobs. I'm not against that. But they think if I get a better job, better salary, I'll be happy. You will not be. Until you understand these 3, 4 shlokas, what we discussed today, you will not be happy. You will not have realization. Krishna is again teaching this. So we all must understand this and try to follow this. We should become like an ocean. Desires are coming. We should be steady. We should not go behind the desires. So what kind of desires we must have? What kind of desires we must not have? Everything is there in Bhagavad Gita. So stay tuned with our Bhagavad Gita for Life Hub on this YouTube channel. Stay tuned here, and we'll take up like this shloka by shloka, chant, understand, and apply this knowledge so that we feel this life is very, very meaningful. Poverty or rich doesn't make us empty. We will be full and complete even with a low level job or with a high level job. Don't go by outside people's coaching. You go with Krishna's coaching. When you go with Krishna's coaching, you will have fulfillment of life. You will have total shanti. Bhoktaram yagna tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram suhrudam sarva bhutanam gnatva. By knowing this, shanti mrichati, you become very peaceful. Okay, so this is for your financial freedom. And if you liked that it touched you somewhere in you, please share this content. Forward this video to the people whom you love very much. At least 1 or 2 people you must be liking, loving very much. Let them go through this. Let them also get into this hub. We have created this hub. A lot of people should join here eventually, just and take these teachings of Krishna and Bhagavad Gita, and then they make their life perfect, peaceful, happy, and with total freedom. They should have time for themselves, and then they can use their money in the service of Krishna. And they understand this money belongs to Krishna, this Lakshmi belongs to Krishna, and I'm only a caretaker. Nothing belongs to me, everything belongs to him. And I can just, like, a commission agent, I get a little bit commission, rest of the wealth should be served in Krishna service only. So thank you very much. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment, and share this. And comment also, I prefer questions from you. After listening to this, some question may come in your mind, because these are all revolutionary things we are mentioning. Although it was spoken thousands of years ago, from today's perspective, it is totally revolutionary. So if you find something confusing, or it strikes some challenging question in you, please ask in the comment section, and we'll make content to answer all your questions. The next content will be like that only. All right. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Take care.